Welcome to the channel. As you can see by this hat here, I am British. Now, being British, we know our history. One of the most important things to ever happen in our great glorious country is Barnsley, 1956, the battle to become mayor. There was civil war in the country, and civil war broke out because Barnsley is effectively the hub of the country, and everybody wanted to be mayor. And there was a big fight that happened. Using Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator number 2, we can basically recreate what happened there. So let's go on a journey together. Let me show you exactly what happened in Barnsley at that time, so you can see for yourself one of the things that we don't often talk about as a country, but it is worth knowing if you want to be British. So what you can see here is the troops on the ground. There was a lot of army that was involved in this. It was a big battle here. You know, people storming across the plains of Barnsley. One man alone, that man, he was running across the plains of Barnsley, and they brought ostriches. Why did they bring ostriches to a fight? You know, you don't bring a knife to a gunfight. Well, you don't usually bring birds to a battle. But hang on a minute, Romans. They brought Romans as well. So this lone man there, you know what? We're going to call him Chuck. He was involved in what happened. And essentially, he had all these factions that came together representing who will be mayor. And, you know, using Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2, we can recreate this. This is Barnsley that you see on the ground there as everybody runs together. Everybody wants a piece of the action, and it is brutal deathmatch to get what you need. And here we are, we've got some soldiers here. They've got good guns, they've got big guns. We've got Romans, they've got swords, and they've got pointy arrows as well. We've got one man, we've got Chuck running across the field there. And, you know, what is that? We've got birds, and a big bird's even come to the party as well. So Big Bird has joined the little birds on the fight for Barnsley. Now, historians don't talk too much about this. You know, you've got the Romans that you saw there with their little tin hats. You know, people would often argue that no, Romans didn't happen on that day. No. What actually happened was you had people auditioning for the Tin Man in the Wizard of Oz, but trust me, it was Romans if you know your history. You know, this is why we find so many relics, Roman relics in the UK, because we just go to the battlefields of Barnsley and we have things to find. But look at that, Chuck is approaching something. There's a few birds on the battlefield, at least a couple of hundred, and everything is going to lead to a fight very, very shortly. You know, these guys here, they've got arrows. They're going to use the arrows, and you've got Chuck. Chuck is beating the birds. Chuck is fighting the ostriches. The big birds come for a piece of the action. Look how well he strides. You know, he's walking with enthusiasm. And the military, they're running across the plains of Barnsley. You know, there's going to be more blood. There's going to be far more than just ostrich blood. But look at them circle him. Look at them encapsulate him to actually say, no, we will be mayor of Barnsley. And look at their heads. Look at their heads bob as they approach. These people look a little bit determined. But you know what? They've got some work to do to get there. The Romans, and we did have Romans back then, have got something to do. And the big bird has got in on the action as well. It is pecking down on Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris is being pecked by a giant chicken. So you can see the stream of people run across it. You know, the fight is going to be epic. The fight is going to be awesome. And you know, you've got the Romans. The Romans are going to cross the field, roads that they built. But no, Chuck is giving it all, swinging away there as the big bird pecks down. You know, have you seen a chicken that size? If you work for Nando's and you saw a chicken that size, that would be your personal heaven, because you know what? That would feed 1,000 stores. You know, you'd have trouble getting it in the oven, but it would feed 1,000 stores. But no, Chuck Norris is being surrounded by birds. You know, we've got Roman armies, we've got military armies running across the plains of Barnsley. Everybody getting a little bit excited, everybody wanting a bit of the action. And you know what? I think there's going to be reinforcements soon. They may not be on Chuck's side, but there's going to be people joining this battle, because it looks like that's where it's happening. And now, look at this, gunfire across the plains of Barnsley. I'm not sure who the military is shooting at, but they're certainly shooting at something. And you know what? Chuck must be getting a little bit tired now, as birds and feathers spray everywhere. But Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2, this allows you to recreate accurate history as we see here at the moment. You know, this is glorious watching everything run across the plains here. If I wasn't playing this game, if I wasn't doing this, although it's in cinema mode and it's playing it for me, I could be looking for a very, faraway horse, but I wouldn't be treading through that. There's a lot of blood on the ground there. There's way too much blood on the ground there. No, let's take a moment just to watch and enjoy the carnage together. So I hope some of you there for a moment said, "Hang on a minute, those are chickens frying eggs." And yes, they are. They were chickens using eggs as weapons. So, you know, the birds really want to be mayor of Barnsley. And amongst all the ostriches, you have the little chickens. There's a big chicken, we've mentioned the big chicken, but there's lots of little ones as well. And here we are, the military are now getting in on the action. I'm not sure exactly, you know, how well these Romans are going to do with their little wooden bullets, their little wooden arrows compared to the military, but we will see. And if you look at that view there, you kind of got a half moon there. That's the front line. That is a front line that the chickens have created. It's an absolute sea of fire there, and this view here you've got here, you just see, you know, a big firefight. When that military get near the birds, you know, the birds really should be dead meat, no pun intended there. So the big chicken is pecking away, lots of ostriches are coming, and you know, I've tried to go for historical accuracy when we did this. Britain, one of the things it never talks about is the ostrich problem, but this represents the ostrich problem that we have in our country. We have way too many ostriches. People just ignore it and they don't want to speak about it. We've got a lot of chickens as well. You can see a lot of chickens there, but trust me, there's more ostriches and there's a hell of a lot of blood going there. New rivers will be formed. Rivers of blood will be formed in the battle for Barnsley for who would become mayor. And you know, there are statues, if you look around Barnsley, of giant chickens just to commemorate what happened here. There's a strange obsession with Romans in Barnsley as well, because there was a lot of Romans a few years ago, you know, and they were Romans. You know, you may see a little bit of glitching that's going on the city there. There's a lot of processing that's actually going on here, and it looked like there were some cars in the air in the distance. I didn't do that because I want to be historically accurate with what we've got. I just set up the rules for their battlefield, and I put the people on the battlefield. Enough. An absolute firefight now, and the big bird is dead. Well, not dead, but injured. Look, he's got blood on him. He has blood on him, so the big bird can be taken down. Chuck Norris is still holding his own quite well. He must be a little bit tired, but the big bird is a little bit bloody. So here we are. We've got all the Tin Men from Wizard of Oz getting involved as well. Everybody's getting involved. You know, I look at that. There's a lot of blood there. God. Dear me, you know, he's hurt, poor thing, the poor thing is hurt, but Chuck is still okay. So shield bearers from the Roman army doing their little bit, well, dying quite well as well. And yeah, that bird is just giving it all. He's absolutely giving it all, and all these guys are waiting for their turns, thinking soon I will have a piece of Chuck, I will peck at Chuck. And the shield bearers walk across. In fact, where are they going? Where are the shield bearers going? You know, there's going to be rather a lot of people to get through if we're going to be seeing this battle to the end. There really, really is. I was just looking at that. Are the military people retreating? Not the Romans, but are the others retreating a little bit? So Bird is looking a bit... I think they are. Oh my god. The people with guns are on the back foot and backpedaling. That is a bit of a shock. Okay, the eggs are doing okay, and you know, the Big Bird stands tall for the moment. Big Bird is up, Big Bird is not yet down. But no, those military people, I think they've had a bit of a pasting. You know, it looks like something out of DayZ. It really, really does. But trust me, no, this is an accurate recreation of what happened in Barnsley. In the quest for somebody to become mayor of the great city that you see in the distance there. So Chuck is still fighting away. Chuck Norris has killed probably a couple of hundred birds by now. There's certainly a lot of feathers everywhere. These soldiers, I can't believe that Romans are getting better of the soldiers. I'm generally shocked by that. You know, Chuck is doing alright, but yeah, I thought the soldiers would just mow down all the Romans, but no, it doesn't seem to be. And we've lost a soldier. We have lost a soldier there as well. On cue, we've lost a soldier. So where are they all running to? We need the Romans to come to the birds. The birds are too busy dealing with Chuck, but we need the Romans to come to the birds. But look at that, we must only have 30, 40 soldiers left. And yeah, they're being ganged up on. They are being destroyed. Yeah, and look at that. You've got all the little chickens running up the hill. You know, Kate Bush ran up a hill, didn't she? But we've got chickens running up a hill. And more Romans. Lots more Romans. So, eggs. That is a waste of eggs. You know what? If Chuck Norris had any kind of allergies against eggs or anything like that, he wouldn't want to be in that position. The military, covered in blood, they're trying to fight off the Romans, but they just keep coming. And the Romans love these roads. They built the roads. But no, everything is looking a bit bad for the military. Don't be the military there. Big Bird is still standing. The little birds are there with their eggs. Chuck is covered in eggs. He will probably be on his way out in a moment. You know, there's not many of him left. There's only one of him left. Him against all of them. That's very unlikely. And Big Bird is down. Big Bird is down. Chuck Norris has killed Big Bird. Now these little birds are going to be very angry because Big Bird is down. Alright, where's he going to go? He's backpedaling into the distance. He's going to try and survive. But no, Chuck Norris has killed Big Bird. And he's killing all the other birds as well. So, you know, maybe he's onto a good thing. Do you think Chuck choreographs his moves? Or do you think he's just sitting there just doing it naturally on autopilot? You know, maybe he thinks about it, what his next move is going to be. Who knows? I really don't know. All he's doing is smashing bird brains in and creating a sea of feathers, birds, egg yolk, and, well, bird meat. So it looks like we've got one soldier left. Yeah, we really need to have that soldier killed and the Romans come and attack everything else, which means they're going to attack the birds. You know, because that soldier he can't last much longer. You know, there's probably a couple of hundred birds, maybe a little bit more for Chuck to beat, and you know, we need some help. The bird population needs to be thinned out, it really does. But that looks like there's one soldier against literally an army chasing him. You know, whoever's in charge of the army hasn't thought their strategy too well. No. They actually figured, you know what, we've got a bird problem here that we are completely ignoring. But you know, he's just got a trail of those after him. And is there even more coming to flank him as well? You know, Chuck is by the dead Big Bird that might be giving him some shelter from the eggs. But looking at this, there looks like there's going to be a lot of birds that need to be worked through. So we're just gonna, we killed a Roman there. So, you know, one down, you know, probably 200 to go. You know, he's not doing too well there at all. And you know, how you can even survive this, we don't know. But it did happen. Battle of Barnsley to become mayor. This absolutely happened. Another Roman down as well. He is doing okay, you know, but there's still a fair few to go. There's going to be a trail of blood, I think, all the way around the UK if he carries on walking backwards. And the ammo situation must be getting a little bit tight now. It really must. But that's logistics, and I don't do logistics. So look, all the little bird heads looking up. All the little bird heads looking up. He's firing against the Romans. Will he survive? Muzzle blazing off in the background. We'll have to reload at some point. And the Romans are actually looking like some kind of undead army that's approaching him. And yeah, he is going to be in trouble. You know, we need to wait for him to die. They've got to kill him. They've got to get to him because he's got to be the last one. Yeah, look at this trail of blood. He's got to be the last one. And when he's gone, when his time is up, they will hopefully come back and fight the birds. So I'm trying to see to the sides of him, see whether there's any more columns of backward pedaling soldiers. You know, I think he's the last one, but I just don't know. And there's a lot of broken bird meat there on this particular field. There really is. Yeah, I think he must be the last one. Yeah, why he's not dying, why he's not being shot by arrows, I don't know. But no, we've had fun doing this. I wanted to demonstrate this for you. If you want to find out what actually happened in the battle for Barnsley and who did become mayor, go and look at the history books. If you can't find anything written down, you know what, go and have a look on the dark web. This is something that we don't like to talk about in Britain too much, but it actually did happen. And I love Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator number 2 because it allowed me to recreate this battle. But you know what, we can have a little bit of fun here. This did not happen in the battle, what I'm about to do. Let's be really clear here. But this game also has God mode. So, you know, right where we are now, if I press G, something may happen. No, nothing happened there. So let's go back to here. And let's do G again. A nuclear explosion. Who died? Who survived? We don't know. But you know what? I will see you in the next video. So, Barnsley didn't really blow up. You can go there today and you can look at the historical archives and see who was mayor, the statues of the birds, the statues of the chickens and everything like that. I just did that nuclear explosion for artistic end in the video. All of you stay safe, all of you take care, and I will see you in the next video, which won't be another Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator number 2, because we've just done that today. Goodbye.
Please like, share and subscribe to this channel.